Aloha, I'm Malia Manuel.
My name is Layla Hurst.
Gabby Naden. Racine Hopkins.
I'm Leggy Peterson.
My name is Lori Courier.
Hey, I'm Sharika Panchkova.
My friends call me Skater Melissa.
I'm a snowboarder.
I'm a professional surfer. And I'm a Supergirl.
And I'm a Supergirl.
And I'm a Supergirl.
Whee!
Designed to celebrate female strength, independence, and empowerment, this event brings together the top girls from all action sports and has them put their own unique definition to the term Supergirl.
When I hear the term Supergirl, I think of a very strong, independent, classy, confident.
Being a Supergirl is all about never giving up and having a lot of determination.
She can do whatever she sets her mind to. She can hang with the boys.
Girls that are not afraid.
Somebody who really loves what they do.
Just a girl who's having a great time and doing what they love to do.
Just really goes for their passion, whatever it is.
Well, when I hear Supergirl, it kind of reminds me of like a superhero or something. So I'd be like, oh, she's some kind of like surfer superhero, or like she goes out on the waves and just is like some kind of Supergirl.
To be a Supergirl it's awesome. It's like really awesome. It's amazing. Better than being a normal girl.
The 5th annual Supergirl Jam once again features the top female action sports athletes and puts their skill on display in a one-of-a-kind competition.
Supergirl is an extremely unique event in that it's the only event where you can have amateurs, pros, skateboarders, surfing, snowboarding, all collectively in one big meshed pile. And you know, everyone just comes out and kills it.
Just happy to be here, and I've had fun all 4 years, and we have waves, and I'm looking forward to the event. I got to do it last year, and I just thought it was amazing. They just really take care of the athletes.
I just love that it's all girls here, so we get a lot of attention.
A lot of the younger girls and stuff are definitely looking up to the older girls now because they just see like so much like independence going on, and they're kind of like, oh, I want to be like that when I'm older. So it's a really good thing.
I really am more looking forward to seeing what everyone else has learned over the summer, because it's so fun to come back every year and everyone else has progressed just as much as you have.
I think you're going to see a lot of girls throwing down.
I think it's going to be awesome. I think that all the girls that are here just kick butt.
The women are getting really good. It's hard to keep up, you know?
It's so incredible to be surfing against
the best female surfers in the entire world, and I'm just so honored and so humbled to be a part of such an amazing event, such an incredible crew, and just have the opportunity to come out here and surf with these girls.
Now we head to Oceanside, California for the Supergirl Pro Junior Surf event. The Supergirl Pro Junior Surf Contest kicked off the series. The event featured 16 of the best young female surfers competing here in the waves of Oceanside, California.
We're just really lucky to have ASA and Warner Brothers putting on such a big contest for the junior girls. There's only 3 junior pros, but this is the most prestigious. It has the biggest prize purse of the pro junior industry and a 6-star event, so valuable points.
I love coming to California in the summertime, even though the water's a lot colder than Hawaii, but it's still fun.
It is a really good spot to have a contest. I really like it. It's kind of peaky and there's good little rights and lefts.
And the waves look like it's pretty fun. The contest looks like a great setup, and I'm happy to be down here with all the girls.
Quarterfinal 1 sent Najee Malamed, Quincy Davis, Kaylee Gilchrist, and Haley Watson out into the surf to battle in the first heat of the contest.
Well, when the competition starts, it's all fun on the beach and stuff, but once you hit the water, it's definitely like game face on.
Practicing down here for the past couple of days. The waves are really fun, super shreddable. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Florida, so I think it's going to be a good time today.
We're here with Najee. She was the first heat of the event, got the highest score, 717. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling really good. It was pretty fun out there, and I was just focused on getting the best waves and the set waves because those seemed like the best, so yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Also advancing out of the heat is 16-year-old Quincy Davis. Up next, quarterfinal 2 featuring Layla Hurst, Taylor Pitts, Catherine Clark, and Lonnie Doherty.
Have a strategy. I just went out there and tried to catch waves. There's big lulls, but when they come it's pretty fun, so I just tried to catch a couple waves and get some scores under my belt. It's pretty tricky out there, so I just wanted to try to find some like open face waves and do some turns and make it through.
Taylor and Layla would post the highest scores of the heat and move into the semifinals. Quarterfinal 3, last year's runner-up Malia Manuel would face off against Jessette Umbel, Alyssa Quizon, and Bailey Navy.
It was fun. I opened up with a couple good scores, and I just kept building, and there was nice waves, and it was really spread out, so no one was really worrying about each other. They were just kind of surfing.
So Malia, you've been a runner-up a few times here at this event, so you're looking forward to try to get that pink cape this year?
Oh yeah, well I've been bridesmaid a couple years in a row, and I really want that pink cape.
Malia scored the highest heat total in the event and would continue in her search for the elusive pink cape in the semis, along with fellow Heat 3 survivor Alyssa Quizon. The event favorite Lakey Peterson would take to the water for the Final 4, matching up against 11-year-old Maya Collins, Shelby Detmers, and the lone Australian Naomi Stevick.
It means a lot to surf with like the older girls and compete with them and just learn from them, and it's really a great experience. It's been really good for me.
Making the most of her first heat in the U.S., Australian Naomi Stevick would place second in the heat and move on to the semifinals. Also advancing was a red-hot 16-year-old Lakey Peterson.
Ethan, you just came off a great win at the U.S. Open Junior, and how are you feeling going into this event? You feeling pretty confident?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, the U.S. Open was really fun, the waves were fun, and I'm just stoked to be here, part of the event.
More surfing from the Supergirl Pro Junior here in Oceanside, California after the break. The Supergirl Jam is brought to you by I Hate My Teenage Daughter, the hilarious new comedy coming to Fox on November 30th following the X Factor. Don't miss it. And by Mountain High, Southern California's closest winter resort. Solid conditions off the pier of Oceanside, California, the Supergirl Pro Junior Surf Contest was set to run semifinal 1, featuring Najee Malamed, Quincy Davis, Layla Hurst, and Taylor Pitts.
My semi, I started off really slow. I just started with like a 2 and didn't really get anything, and then I started catching some waves. I just tried to stay confident and positive.
Recovering from her early struggles, Layla put 2 solid scoring waves together to take the lead in the heat. However, Hawaiian Najee Malamed would take advantage of some of the best waves offered, scoring a 7.93 and then catching the highest scoring wave of the event, an 8.83.
It was pretty hard. Everyone just kept battling, and then I got that 7, and then I think Layla had like a 6. It was just back and forth, and it went all the way to the end. So, I mean, it was a really good heat, and I'm looking forward to the final.
Najee would win the heat, and her and Layla would advance into the final.
One of the sport's top young stars is Lakey Peterson. The California native has been on a tear this summer, winning several junior events as well as placing second in the pro division of the U.S. Open.
I've been really organized lately for my events and had everything ready, and so I think that's really helped. I've just kind of been on my game, and I got a coach, Mike Lamb. He's a great coach. We work really well together, so yeah, it's been a good year.
I met Lakey at 12 years old. You know, she's got an amazing level of ability, but we still want to keep her growing and learning and improving. She's only 16, so the future looks super bright for Lakey.
Joining Lakey in semifinal 2 are Malia Manuel, Alyssa Quizon, and Naomi Stevick.
Semifinals were good. The waves kind of got really funky during that heat. I didn't get a good wave until like 10 minutes in. But then once I got that one, I kind of just got the ball rolling, and I got another one. And after that, I was just kind of cruising.
So I'm here with Malia. You had a little hiccup out there, and then you woke up. So what did you change out there towards the end?
Maybe it was nerves. I definitely had a little hiccup, and the conditions changed and the tide's moving, so I kind of had to adapt to what was going on, but luckily I got a couple and moved on to the final.
I don't know, I was having fun. The waves got really weird. The wind kind of came up, and I think the tide's doing something funky, but I don't know, I'm stoked to make the final, and hopefully I can find a couple in the next heat.
The final featured 4 of the biggest names on the junior girls circuit. Hawaiians Malia Manuel, Layla Hurst, Najee Malamed, and the lone Californian, Lakey Peterson.
The final was stacked. It's always us 4 girls, I feel.
Waves are shifting. It was a little bit more bumpy. The wind was, the wind came up and had a little chop to the waves.
I don't know, I was just looking to get something early on so I wouldn't be like scratching later in the heat. So yeah, I just went, and then it kind of doubled up. There's a little double up section on the small ones, and I just did one turn and then a little carve, and then I came back around to the inside and just did a good little turn back on the right. To get that first wave that early is always good. In any heat, it's just good to start off that way.
Surge of waves, there were plenty of opportunities for the girls to put up some solid scores in the final. However, Lakey Peterson had locked into a change in the conditions and appeared to have the best waves all to herself.
earlier today it was better further north, and so everyone was expecting that. And then before I paddled out, me and my coach kind of saw this left further south, and all the other girls went further north towards the pier. I got waves down there, and I was kind of by myself, so that was kind of nice because I didn't have to worry about anyone else catching the wave or whatever.
Lakey would string together a series of high-scoring waves, cruising to the win in Oceanside, California.
So I'm here with Lakey Peterson, the champion of the Supergirl Junior Pro, and how are you feeling? Pink wetsuit, pink cape?
Yeah, pink wetsuit, pink cap, pink cape. I mean, all it goes. No, I'm feeling good. It was a really good win for me, and Supergirl did an amazing job setting up the event, so big thanks to them, and yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah, I mean, second 3 years in a row, it's tough, but it's always a learning experience, and I'll take it and learn from it, and hopefully, keep striving for first 1 year.
After the break, it's snowing at Venice Beach. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Supergirl Jam. We're in the heart of expressive culture, Venice Beach, where our girls are going to be expressing themselves with snowboarding and skateboarding.
Venice is the perfect place, I think, for an event like this because you have the foot traffic coming through, you got all of your crazy side attractions.
I love Venice Beach. Coming to Venice Beach is like the raddest place ever. I mean, people watch all day, nice weather on the beach, you're snowboarding. I mean, what more could I ask for, really?
Yeah, it's cool when you come here. There's different people in bathing suits. You don't see that in most contests. There's surfing going on. There's people walking their dogs. Like, these are all things that you don't really see up at a mountain.
We spend so much time on snow, like the whole winter, and it's nice to be like on the beach for a couple months and just like enjoy the summer.
As the crowds gathered to see the rare sight of snow at the beach, we asked the girls what they thought about riding in these conditions.
I feel like when we're here in Venice and all these different people, it's kind of like enlightening them to know what is out there.
Like the average person knows X Games and Shaun White. They don't know what urban snowboarding is.
I feel that a lot of girls today that see this contest will eventually snowboard just because of what they saw today.
People love it around here too. You know, people never really get to see it. Most of the people around here haven't ever seen snow in their whole life. To see a bunch of girls like out killing it snowboarding, it's probably pretty rad.
Coming here and being able to like show off something that I love so much is just one of the most amazing feelings I've ever had. So yeah, I definitely look forward to this contest.
The girls were broken down into 2 heats of 25 minutes each to see who the judges would choose for the finals. Heat 1 was stacked with lady shredders, including last year's champion Danielle Patterson and best trick winner Desiree Melancon. For the first time in Supergirl Jam history, we have an athlete who will compete in 2 disciplines. Melissa Spillman will try her luck in both the snowboarding and skateboarding contests.
Oh, it's hard because I love them both so much, and I usually just skate in the summer and then I snowboard all winter, and each time I'm doing either one, I can't decide which one I like more. So that's kind of a hard question to answer, whether I like skating or snowboarding contest more today. But I think I'm more hyped for the snowboard contest because I've never got a snowboard at the beach before, and that's going to be a really cool experience.
Also rounding out Heat 1 is Madison Blackley, Laura Rogowski, Nirvana Ortiz, LaJawn Allen, Brianna Stanglin, and Olympian Sarka Pronkachova.
First heat was good, just did stock tricks, everything I knew how to do, kept it super mellow, I felt like. Just wanted to try to get in the finals.
So there's like 10 girls in a heat and it takes like
1-2 minutes to do a run. So I mean, you get a ton of laps, and the people in my heat a lot of them were up in Hood with me this summer, so they've all been snowboarding, and like I know it's really what everybody's doing, but it was cool just to keep snowboarding with all the people I've been with all summer.
The first heat was pretty stacked. I was worried about just making it to finals, and because I didn't even know if I would make it to finals because my heat was so stacked, so I was like working really hard from the get-go, just like doing all my best tricks from the very beginning.
After the first heat, it was Danielle Patterson, Desiree Melancon, Madison Blackley, Nirvana Ortinez, and Brianna Stangland moving into the finals.
I liked it a lot. I felt like my runs were good. I like the setup. It's like perfect.
I feel awesome right now. It's nothing like snowboarding out on the beach and being with your friends and great weather.
It was pretty fun, I gotta say. The setup is really good, and I really enjoyed it. It was fun.
In Heat 2, we had last year's third-place finisher Lori Courier and local Gabby Maiden among this group of riders. Also riding were Melissa Evans, Alexa McCarty, Rhonda Shaheen, Ashley Thornton, Erica Vikander, Indigo Monk, and Jamie Madrid.
It's cool to see what other girls can do and what's going down, and the level that it's gotten to is like so high.
Like on the beach snowboarding, and it's just like so amazing and so different and just exciting in every way.
I've been here like every year. This event is always one of my most fun events to come to. Like get all the girls together on the beach, it's rad.
It's just different, you know, it's not like you're snowboarding, but it's so fun. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
All the girls rode strong, but in the end it was Lori, Gabby, Melissa Evans, Erica Vikander, and Jamie Madrid punching her ticket into the finals. After the break, the girls stack up at the start for the main event.
Well done.
Welcome back to Venice Beach, California, where we continue our coverage of the Supergirl Jam snowboard competition. Before the break, we saw the ladies qualify into the finals with 2 heats of heavy shredding. Chanel got a chance to catch up with Lori Courier to talk about the strategy of this unique event.
What was kind of your tactic coming into this event? You kind of know the drill, you know what to do, or are you just cruising, or did you have like a specific concept in mind?
Well, they told us it was overall impression, so I wasn't totally sure coming here if it was going to be best trick or overall impression. So I kind of did some more difficult tricks to get into, hopefully get into finals. But yeah, I tried a little more technical, but I'm mostly just having fun and trying to stick what I know.
The finals are stacked with last year's top 3 finishers. Also, a bunch of other talented athletes, including Gabby Maiden, Melissa Evans, and the rest of this top-tier heat. Taking a look at the complete list of the finalists, we can see California is highly represented. Speaking of, Chanel is with local Gabby Maiden.
What ninja moves do you have in store going into finals?
I don't know, I want to try to get my 50 front 3 better. So I like washed it out during qualifiers, and like that's like my favorite trick, but it's not consistent. So I'd like to try to make that consistent trick my everyday snowboarding.
Do you know what your plan is for the final?
Just sending it, really. It's the end of summer, you know, winter doesn't start for a while. Just going for it. It's the plan. Going into finals, it was pretty good, just trying to do all the tricks that I knew how to do and, you know, land them good and ride away clean to making sure they count.
This group of girls is interesting because we all kind of do the same tricks, so it's got to be hard to judge. So that was my plan, was to not do the same tricks as everyone else.
Start of the finals, I was just like, all right, better do good. So I just started doing tricks right away and did my easier tricks first, and then went to the back one and went to the cab 270 and just tried my best. Tried to hike fast and get as many runs in as possible.
I saw Danielle do some really nice tricks. Danielle's one of the girls who does like proper nose and tail presses and knows how to pop nice and lock in.
If you made it to finals, you have to be doing something right. So it was fun. I don't really look at other people like competition. I'm not really that type of person. I just kind of think of it as like a good girls to ride with and like keep you progressing.
Every time I come to this contest, I have such a great time, and it's just like so much fun to be here, totally different than anything else, and still doing everything that I love. So yeah, it's fun.
Felt great. I was really happy. I worked hard and it paid off.
I really wanted to land a hardway 270 because last year I didn't quite land it. I put my hand down, so I was like, I have to get it this year. So I think I landed it pretty legitimately, and so I'm really happy about that.
I stayed on the box just because I felt like I would be able to definitely complete it, and since it was overall impression, like I couldn't really risk too much. I think that was my mistake last year because I placed third, and I think I was doing the more difficult tricks, but I fell a couple of times, and so I was like, I have to stay on my feet this time and make sure that I'm still doing those technical tricks, but guaranteeing that I'll land those tricks.
That was so much fun! The judges had a really difficult time deciding the top 3 and deliberating for almost 15 minutes. But after the final tally, they awarded 3rd place to Desiree Melancon, 2nd place to last year's winner Danielle Patterson, and in the end it was Lori Courier with her varied tricks and consistent landings, catching the judges' attention. She will be wearing the pink cape. Congratulations, Lori.
Oh, so now kind of looked over at me like, you got it. So I kind of knew. I was like, yeah. And then when they said 3rd time champion, I was like, it's me. Like, I was just real happy. So I just went up there and got my cape, and I was stoked.
Congratulations to all the snowboarders who competed in Venice this year. After the break, the skateboard amateurs tear it up with a chance to make it into the pro competition. many consider the birthplace of modern-day skateboarding, Venice Beach is a true melting pot of Southern California culture. Its eclectic boardwalk and Pacific waves provide the Supergirl Jam a venue as unique as the event itself.
Venice Beach has a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of people every single day of the week. There's a lot of vendors out here. There's a lot of just different street acts going on.
It's pretty much a posh of everything that like throw at you. There's people from all over. You have art, graffiti, you have the skate park right by the beach, you have your surfers here. Lots of characters.
There's so much art around and everyone's just nice, you know.
Walking down the Venice boardwalk, you see a lot of crazy things. People doing like performances and just there's a lot of energy.
A lot of skateboarding, like historically, has gone on here, so it's cool to have it right here, and it definitely draws a crowd of people that might otherwise not watch.
The Supergirl Am Jam features 16 amateur skateboarders competing on a custom-built pro-level course. For the first time in Supergirl history, the top 2 amateurs get the opportunity to advance into the pro competition. Was a head-to-head competition where 2 girls would session on the course for 2 minutes. At the end of the heat, the judges would pull the cards and decide who got to move on. In semi-final 1, Chelsea Castro and Aaron Wolfkill would face off. But it was Chelsea Castro's big air that would move her into the finals. In the second semi-final, Victoria Ruska would pair it up with Samaria Brevard. Brevard's aggressive skating and ollie airs would ultimately propel her into the finals against Castro. Chelsea Castro skated well against Brevard with a smooth and relaxed style. Castro earned a spot in the pro event with her second place finish in the AM division.
We're here with Chelsea, our amateur skater advancing to finals today. I mean, look at how short you are. Getting all the fame here in Venice. How do you feel advancing?
It's crazy. I've never thought I would like go to the pros, skate with the pros. It's kind of nerve-wracking, but then again, I just want to do my best and show everybody what I got.
Also advancing into the pro division is SoCal native Samaria Brevard, who attacked the big stair section and impressed the judges with her technical skateboarding. Brevard would win the AM title.
Well, I didn't even really know what to say. I'm like speechless. I'm like so excited right now. I'm like ridiculously excited. I can't even speak right.
After the break, the pro women take the course. Getting back to the skate park here in Venice, where things are starting to heat up as the pro girls are getting a feel for the features and starting to throw down. This year's pro skate event is stacked as usual with top riders including last year's winner Alexis Ablone, Colorado native Rachel Reinhardt and Brazilian Jessica Florencio. California is being represented by Amy Caron, Vanessa Torres, and Lacey Baker, as well as Venice local Racine Hopkins. Now let's check out Melissa Spillman with some more about the course.
The street course looks like it's going to be 3 different sections. They're going to have a 5-stair, a couple rails, a flat rail. They have like a 8-stair.
Course setup looks fantastic. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think a lot of us skater girls out there are going to be ripping it up. It's going to be a very interesting competition. I definitely think that.
You want to have like a game plan, pretty much. I like to go in there and like to do all the tricks that I know how to do that I'm confident on. And then after that, you kind of like try for like the harder stuff.
Start off with some tricks that I could land so I get like pumped up, because when you mess up on the first couple of tricks, it sort of brings you down a little bit.
All the girls were stoked to be part of an event that focused solely on women's skateboarding.
It definitely feels good to see young riders, up-and-coming riders out here. You know, as I'm getting older, like that's exactly like what I want to see. I just feel like I've contributed a lot to, you know, the female skate industry and all that, and it feels really good. It feels really good because I feel like that we're making a difference, and we are. I mean, we're here to stay. You know.
Like everywhere you look, you see girl skaters. Like I never used to know any, and then over time it's just girl skateboarding's gotten a lot bigger, and like every year there's more and more girls coming out skating the contest, new ones. Like the level of like tricks and stuff is like getting higher and higher every year.
The girls are broken up into 2 heats. Each will sesh the 2 different sections of the course. Eventually, the top 8 will make it to the finals.
The sections are fun. It's a lot of girls skating at once, so you kind of gotta like go. Especially in the middle section, because you got people coming this way and people coming this way, so you all start like dodging people while you try and land a trick.
With record crowds on hand, the folks in Venice got to witness the epitome of progression in women's skateboarding.
I'm absolutely stoked to be part of women's skateboarding right now. Definitely hyped to first be a part of it, but to see them progress and to see myself progress, and we're all just progressing together. And just like, I love every year to come out here and see what they've got to bring to the table.
I think the progression of skating is really starting to pick up right now. I do notice it at a lot of the skate parks. There's a lot more girls coming out of the woodworks now, which is making the girls at the top right now push their game, because these younger girls are coming up and they're already at the same level pretty much.
I don't know, I'm just really stoked to get invited out to these events and be a part of, you know, like, I mean, this is growing, you know, and in the right direction, and it's awesome.
The finals stacked up with great female skaters, including last year's champ, Alexis Sablon, and 7 other top women. After the break, the women get after it in the final. Don't go anywhere. The Supergirl Jam was brought to you by I Hate My Teenage Daughter, the hilarious new comedy coming to Fox on November 30th following the X Factor. Don't miss it. And by Mountain High, Southern California's closest winter resort. Welcome back to the Supergirl Jam Finals. The skate finals are well underway here in Venice Beach, and the cream is definitely rising to the top.
In the finals, I did a little bit on each section, less in the middle section because I didn't like that one as much. So I tried to skate the whole course.
When I found out I was in finals, I was super excited about that. And I was just like, I just gotta go for everything, you know? I have like 10 minutes. It's gonna hurt, like if I just go for crazy stuff, but you know, that 10 minutes is gonna be worth it in the end.
In the organized jam, you get a chance to see the other girls skate and what tricks they're doing, and then it's also a chance to prepare for what you're about to do instead of everybody going at once and you're trying to squeeze your trick in there, and it's kind of easier to skate the contest that way, I think.
All these girls are ripping it out here, so I'm hyped that they're ripping it, and it's just fun to be out here.
Just here to skate and have a good time with, all our friends are here, we're all friends here, so I'm stoked.
All the girls were pulling next level tricks, but it was Abisha's tray flip that was one of the standouts.
Everyone, whenever they see a girl skating or whatever, oh my gosh, can you tray flip? And I guess it's kind of a big deal when a girl can actually do a 360 flip. So for me to get it on the stairs, it was an accomplishment for me because I wasn't sure. I think they caught my face on camera. I was like, what? I wasn't expecting to land it, but I did, so.
Stoked on her 360 kickflip, Abisha and the other girls would continue to shred as the judges looked on. During the frenzy of this Pro Jam final, skateboard collisions are inevitable.
I was skating and I fell or whatever, and she came up behind me and I literally flew in the air Matrix status, and it was just crazy. And I don't know, I laid there and I started seeing stars, and it was just crazy. And the lady's like, you're not gonna skate anymore. I'm like, no, I gotta get out there. There's 2 minutes left. This is the finals. I gotta do it. I got back up, walked up those stairs, and went and hit the rail and landed it right then. And everyone went crazy, so it was really cool. You know, it's fun to see that people actually appreciate. And also, I don't know, I feel it was kind of a girl power kind of thing, as dumb as that sounds though. You know, to show that girls can take a beating too, and they can stand out in extreme sports as well. So it felt really cool.
With just a little time in the finals jam session, the girls kicked it up a notch to compete for the pink cape. The girls in session this second half of the course with the 8 stairs, hubba, and rail. But in the end, it was Alexis Sablone's kickflip 50-50 and the use of the entire pro course that would launch her to the top of the podium.
I feel really good. It was intense. It was, I don't know, I didn't know I was gonna win. It was, Lacey skated really well, so did Amy, so I'm happy.
Congratulations to Lacey Baker with 2nd place and Amy Carone in 3rd. And a very special thanks to the amazing partners that supported the Supergirl Jam, including the Los Angeles County Parks and Rec Department, the Hotel Irwin, Vitamin Water, Mountain High, the ASP, the Custom Hotel LAX, the Air Force Reserve, Paul Mitchell, Warner Brothers Television, and our good friends at Warner Brothers Consumer Products. Hotel accommodations were provided by the Custom Hotel LAX, the official hotel of the Supergirl Jam.